Islam, 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 Islam. First, I bow down my spiritual crown to the one who is all wise, all knowing, all hearing, the author, the creator, the governor of the world, almighty, eternal, and incomprehensible. Allah be a sweet holy name unto us as Moorish American Muslims. Islam, and we let the vibration to Allah be still. Islam, Islam, praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. We give honors to all true and divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, but we can never send enough honors to Allah for sending one who looked like you and me, who spoke the same language as you and me, who had a heart to hear directly from Allah. Noble then, noble now, noble will he always be. Our brother man, our prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam, one who came teaching us that we are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians. Islam, we must give praises to Allah for sending us one, knowing the conditions of my great-grandfather and mother and yours. Islam, noble then, noble now, and noble will he always be, our brother man, our prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Islam, we give our honors to the first Supreme Grand Sheikh. But before we do that, we must give our honors to the forerunner. A lot of Moors just speak about Marcus Moselle Garvey, and that's all you hear him say sometimes. It's just, we give honors to Marcus Moselle Garvey. But you need to know, a lot of these slogans you see, the red, black, and green, come from Marcus Moselle Garvey. Okay? He didn't ask permission from this government or any other government to do anything for us, by us. He asked Allah, and he did. Up, 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 you sleepy giants, and accomplish what you will, is Marcus Moselle Garvey. Islam, it's much that you can find out about brother Marcus Moselle Garvey. Islam, the forerunner to our prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam, we give our honors, as we were stating, to the first Supreme Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Temple of America, who has been hidden for many years. For whatever reason, the 70s, you didn't hear much about Brother E. Millie Ill. The 80s, you didn't hear much about Brother E. Millie Ill. The 90s, you start hearing a little about Brother E. Millie Ill. Islam? Well, E. Millie Ill was Noble Drew Ali, and those that was with Noble Drew Ali in the 28s. He was the prophet's choice. After they became tried and true. And we can find E. Millie Ill on the back of our questionnaire. Islam, we give honors to our German Bay. We give honors to Sister Christine Price Bay. We give honors to Brother R. Jones Bay. We have never met Brother R. Jones Bay personally, but I can remember looking at videos instructed by Brother C. Warner Bay, telling me to watch how him and Fuquan Bay demonstrate different words from out of the dictionary. So we give honors to all those Moors. Islam, we know that there's only one Allah, okay? We know that there's only one prophet, Islam, and we know that there's only one temple for the Moorish Temple of America. So we give our honors where honors are due. Islam, to each and one of you who come in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We give our honors to the charter. Now, a lot of Moors get upset about this. Arnil Bay. You don't give honors to no charter. You ain't with Braswell Bay. You ain't with Bailey Ill. Islam, Morris. When I, Arnil Bay, take the time out and say, I am with Allah and His Prophet, I'm going to show you today how. Islam. But I want to share more with you during convention. Islam. Let me say that again and let the music be still. Islam, during convention, October, that's when the Prophet set it up. Okay? October. Okay? The sacred month. Okay? No mistakes in the Prophet. Okay? We want to share some things with you. Government-wise, corporate-wise, business-wise. And whatever group you're with, that's between you and the law. Islam? But we're going to share some things with you. So we give an honors to the charter. We give an honors to both flags. The American flag, some people call it. I'll call it what the Prophet called it, Morris. And that's what you should do. Islam? We give an honors to the red flag with the 5-pointed green star in the center. And when we demonstrate the 48-star flag, we say it as the Republic. Islam? Because we know the Prophet was teaching and waking us up back into our own government, which is a republic standing government. Okay? We're not Republicans. We're not Democrats. We're not into that, Morris. Islam? But we give our honors to how the Prophet has set up the divine plan for us if we follow him. Filed in the county of Cook, in the state of Illinois. Islam? We give our honors to everything where honors are needed. We give our honors to everything in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam? At this time, it's customary in the Moorish Science Temple of America, before teaching or saying anything to a group of Moors, we are taught that we should take a reading from out of the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Know yourself and your Father God Allah, that you may learn to love instead of hate. Every man needs to worship under his own vine and fig tree. Islam? The fallen sons and daughters of the Asiatic nations of North America need to learn to love instead of hate, and to know their higher self from their lower self. This is the uniting of the Holy Quran of Mecca for the teachings and instructions of all Moorish Americans, etc. Islam, praises be to Allah. So now at this time, brothers and sisters, we'd like to take a reading from chapter 47 of the Holy Quran of the Moorish Temple of America, divinely prepared by the noble prophet Drew Ali, to the God of this Father God Allah, the great God of the universe, to redeem man from sin, false stage humanity, back to his high plane of life with his Father God Allah, Islam. And we will be moving around a little bit in the chapters. Islam. The Divine Instructions, chapter 48. The last prophet in these days is Noble Drew Ali, who was prepared in divinely due time by Allah to redeem man from their sinful ways and to warn them of the great wrath which is sure to come upon the earth. Okay, let me stop, Moors. I don't want to spook you out. I don't want Moors to think I'm just sitting here jibber-jabbering. Okay? Look, Moors. Noble Drew Ali came in 1886. He came through a mother. He came through a father. He lost both of them, and he was given over to his auntie. And from there, our prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, at that time was Timothy Drew, went through the fire, was thrown into the fire. So if you look at certain pictures, the elders used to always teach us, you can see the marks on his skin. Thrown in the fire. And when he was in the fire, Angel Gabriel came in the fire, sent by Allah. Where you go, I'll follow. Islam? So follow me, Moors. Our prophet came out the fire with scarred tissues to let us know that it's real. But our prophet didn't move in the hateful spirit toward his aunt or his parents or his father God Allah. So our prophet started moving, okay, the spiritual journey. Some of the elders say that he went off and he learned from a group of gypsies. Well, however you look at it, right, when you hear the story, it adds up. When you think about those gypsies and who the gypsies are, makes some sense. And then from there, he made his way to the Cherokee Nation. It makes some sense. And he was able, supposedly, some of the elders say, he was able to travel the states and out of the states from his job description. Okay? So a lot of people say, man, Noble Drew Ali never left. There's no documentation where he never left the United States, etc. I'm sharing with you, there's a lot of hidden things and missing things, okay, on the stories and the history of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And they're doing that for a reason. They don't want you and I to wake up to that same energy, to that same thought that Prophet Noble Drew Ali ran into in 1886 as he came here in the physical flesh. They don't want you and I to run into the same measure. Islam. So they want to dumb us down. They want to numb us down. They try to do everything that they can, Muslims, to keep us from going on that straight path that Allah has set up for us. Because see, when we do that, Moors, we're going to wake up. And when we wake up, say when I first started, I didn't know which way to go. I was moving to and fro. I started the Moorish Sons Temple Mecca at the age of 12, okay? But I knew I didn't want to be in the church. My mother used to pray, and no disrespect to the church, Moors. No disrespect to the church. No disrespect to any religious organization that's moving in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam. But at the age of 12, Moors, I was going to service Mondays, right? Tuesdays, no exaggerations. And sometimes they had like some type of services on Wednesdays we had to go to, and Fridays and Sundays. And when I went to church on Sundays, Moors, when I went to church with Mother, who was a Church of God in Christ, Faith Temple, okay, they church goes from Sunday school till about 4 o'clock. So I used to stay with my grandmother right here in this domicile as a child on the weekends. And I would go to church with my grandmother, who went to New Zion Baptist Church, okay? And I said, hey, I'm done, you know? I was cool with that. My mother didn't like that. I want you to be in holiness. You're going to be a leader, and blah, 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 blah. Well, I wasn't trying to hear that. At the age of 12, I'm into everything that the other children are into, okay? We joined the life, okay? We were okay? By this time, we're at the age of about 14, 15. And we started making moves. So then, at that time, and I'm going somewhere. It's going to lead up to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, okay? So just follow me. So for that time, Moors, we started studying. I said, Mom, I ain't going to the church no more. You told me at the age of 12, I can find my own religion. That's what Mom said. So that's what we did, Moors. Islam? Pardon me. That's what we did. We went our own way. Now we love Mother, but we went our own way. Why did you go your own way, Neil Bay? Why did you do that? What was that about? Was it to be difficult with your parents? No. I come from a lovely family, okay? But what it was, as I was reading a lot of that back then, I already knew about Islam. My family that was Hebrews, okay, had shared so much with me. I thought Hebrews and Islam at that time was the same. So we start studying more. When I started studying Islam, I only had the Bible. This is at the age of 12, 13, 14. I made my way to a brother by the name of Michael Holmesville. He wasn't originally from Carbondale, Illinois. I didn't care. I knew I was going down the wrong way. I had been shot. Okay, I'm gang banging from Carbondale to Chicago, ETC. I'm going to East St. Louis, doing things, ETC moves, okay? And I knew that wasn't right. I heard in the church all my life, okay, you're a leader. And wherever you go, people are going to follow you. Islam. But keep in mind, we still sticking with Prophet Noble Drew Ali as well, Moors, okay? I proclaimed my nationality at the age of 12. But what was I doing in the name of Prophet Noble Drew Ali? See? I proclaimed my nationality, but I was still moving as Negro, color, black, and Ethiopian. So chapter 47 has always, chapter 48 has always sticking out to myself. Because the last prophet in these days is Noble Drew Ali, who was prepared in divine due time by Allah to redeem men from their sinful ways. I can speak about those sinful ways. I've been down that way, okay? And to warn them of the great wrath which is sure to come upon the earth. Now let's look at it, Moors. We see it today ourselves. We see the tornadoes. We see the mudslides. We see the fires, okay? And they call them natural disasters or natural God's natural curse. But we see what's going on. But it's a way out of that, Moors. And I'm not a holy then thou type brother. There's a way out of that, okay? I want to share something with you. And I don't want Moors to be cocky. I don't want Moors to be upset. I just want to share with you. Because see, a lot of people think that they have the prophet lessons. And they're just coming into the movement, Moors. You don't have the prophet's lessons yet. You only have a piece of the prophet's lessons, okay? It takes many years for some of these things to unfold. Let me say that again. It takes many years to see some of these lessons unfold. You cannot come into the Moorish Science Temple of America in 2 or 3 years. I don't care if you have 12 college degrees and you was a master in all of them. You cannot come into the Moorish Science Temple of America and think just because you got a good European education and you don't jump through all these different hoops for them, now you can come over here and take charge of the situation. It don't work like that, Moors, okay? It doesn't work like that, okay? What are you saying, Arnell Bay? What I'm sharing with you is exactly what our prophet said to us in our warning. Give me 1 second. I would like to read it so Moors don't be upset with me, okay? This is an old pamphlet here that has the letters and minutes of 1928. So I'm going to read the warning of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and I want the Moors to hear for themselves what our prophet said, okay? And this is heavy, Moors, because I'm about to go where my mindset was taking me to share with the Moorish American Muslims who have an ear to hear and a heart that loves truth. Islam. So it says, to be proclaimed in every meeting. Islam, I'm glad to know that I have a few faithful Moors among you all. So it was many with our prophet, in the 20s, okay? It was what was happening at that time, okay? You had politicians trying to get close to Prophet Noble Ali, okay? You had you had every walk of life working, just working to send gifts over to the Prophet and trying to get in that number, okay? I mean, he was the hottest thing across the Atlantic. And I ain't trying to be cocky. I'm not trying to blow our Prophet up, but he had Al Capone and gangsters who respected how he moved. Okay, he had Woodrow Wilson contacts. Okay, he had, I mean, Oscar the Priest. So let me share something with you. He said, I'm glad to know that I have a few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth, listen, and the divine truth. There's a host of jealousy about me and the movement now by the people of our side that look like you and me, that wear the red fez, that wear the black fez, that say Islam. Take it to their heart. That look like you and me, okay? That claim that our prophet, he said, I was only a joke and unreal. And let's stop, Moors. Because see, if you go out and you create your own Moor Science Temple of America today, Moors, let me share with you what you're doing. You're part of that chapter 48, verse 1, where it speaks about the wrath of Allah touching you. Why? I'm not being cocky. I'm not being cocky, okay? And you can't do anything with this. It's protected by law, okay? And it's protected. But I'm going to share something with you real quick. I don't know if you Moors can see it. This is the work that the government, this is a copy of the work that the government respect from us, the corporate side of the Moor Science Temple of America, the government side of the Moor Science Temple of America, the home office for the Moor Science Temple of America, under Prophet Noble Ali, under the leadership of Brother Emil. How the Prophet set it up, Moors, if you demonstrate, imitate Prophet Noble Ali, you're going to get a filing as such. So those who say, oh, they won't share what they got, this is how the setup is. I'm not hiding anything from you. But if you're not with us, if you're not sitting with us, okay, you cannot receive this. What does this do? This tie you right back with Allah and His Prophet. No disrespect to any leaders who are working today in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, who is holding meetings on Fridays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, who are moving according to their best ability. But Moors, we must understand the corporate side. I'm speaking to the heads of temples, the sheiks, the national grand sheiks, the supreme grand sheiks, okay? We must understand the Hers Revised Statute and how we can use it using all words of Prophet Noble Ali. You don't have to make yourself a supreme grand sheik. You don't have to make yourself a national grand sheik. And you don't have to be a grand sheik. Praise Allah. See? See? See it yourself, Moors. I don't know if they can see this. Put it there. So throughout the world, and this is just a copy of it. So if you take it, you ain't got it. This is a copy of it. And what this do, Moors, is let us be able to practice Moor Science Temple of America all over the earthland. Our missionaries can go anywhere in the earth as missionaries for Prophet Noble Ali, not the Grand Sheik, Not the Supreme Grand Sheik, not the Grand Governor, missionaries. And you become adopted to the prophet by using your nationality card. Read your nationality card, Moors. These are not games, okay? This is not a social club, okay? And I'm not upset. Here it is. This is the work of listening to Allah and His Prophet, respecting our Holy Quran of the Moorish Temple of America, Magistrate and Subject, Islam, working with Asir the Duke of Tyr and his staff at that time to show us how to become lawful, law, okay? Working with Braswell Bey, okay? He never shared anything ADAP with me, but he gave me my core, Moors, and his staff. They helped build us up, okay? So we can hear Allah and the Prophet. Islam. Same thing with Baliil, Moors, okay? Without Baliil and Kenyu Umar Bey, this would not be possible. Yes, I paid for the charter. Not this. The piece of paper that I received that was set up by Brother Kenyu Umar Bey, okay? And it was a good setup, okay? Praises be to Allah. And Baliil. We were working as generals, okay? As governors, okay? To bring back the movement of the Moorish Science Temple of America in Chicago as a whole, in law, at law, and this is what I got. Okay? This is the filing. Filed in the county of Cook with the aid of Asir the Duke of Tyr, with the aid of Moulton Bey, who's a governor now for D. Baliil, Wilcox Bey, who's a governor for D. Baliil, Sister Coco Bey, Brother Cujo, even though he told y'all he ain't even mess with the religious organization side of the movement, Moors. And you'll see he got a UCC something on there. That's Cujo. He was with us, okay? He was with us. But when we started telling him that you can't call the Inc. agents without any proof, you can't call anyone agents without proof, then he called me an agent and said, I'm gone. But he was with us, Moors. He was with us. We don't have anything to say bad about him. We don't have anything to say bad about Asir. We don't have anything to say bad about Moulton Bey, Wilcox Bey, Coco Bey, Donaldson Bey, or any other Eel or Bey, Charles Bey, Wilcox, Moulton, whoever it is. We love them all. But I understand, sometimes you might have to graduate. Ardenil Bey might be moving too slow. So you might feel like you need to go out and do the work. I'm not upset about that. I'm not the prophet. I'm not into the social club. If I want to do the social club, I go to Omega Psi Phi. Okay? I'm not here on friend level. I'm here as a missionary to do the work that Allah has put into my heart before I even got here. Now I'm still on this joke and unreal. See, a lot of people say, Ardenil Bey, you ain't no Grand Sheik. And you hear this from those that I send people over to their temple. That brother ain't got no authority. May I drink some organic coffee to what these Moors say about us? And may I read to you the rest of this, what our prophets say. So they say you're not a Grand Sheik. They say you're not this, you're not that, you're not real. They said it about my prophet, okay? The same ones who was trying to take charge of the situation to get land. Oh, if I didn't mention, that seal that you see in the back, this is how we open up the torrent system as well, Moors. I don't care about somebody telling them what they can see it and what they're going to do with it. You need all these too, okay? This is the original filing, okay? Typed out form. And you see seals on everything, Muslims, okay? seals is on everything from them. Okay? You got to have these things to move as a religious organization. Okay? Along with your acceptance letter. I'm going to say it because most of the Moorish Science Temple Americans that we have been building with do not have an acceptance letter. So from this day on, if you're head of a group of Moors, go get with your Supreme Grand Council and notify them. According to the governments now, you need an acceptance letter. According to the governments of the that you're trying to deal with, I don't care if it's IRS, I don't care who it is, you need a letter to show who you are, from what group you come from, okay? Because they know who's who. Some people are doing things through 501c. Some people are doing things through, I'm trying to be careful with my words, some people are doing things through the copyright side. We're not doing any of that. We're imitating either Prophet Noble Ali, and what he did is what we did. So when you look at the back, if you can grab your questionnaire real quick, just grab your questionnaire. Islam, grab your questionnaire. Grab your questionnaire. Islam, all grab questionnaires, please. And I'm gonna go into it. Grab your questionnaire, and we're gonna share something with you. Islam. Islam, all should have their questionnaire by now. We all have a questionnaire by now. If you have your questionnaire, Islam, on the back side, on that questionnaire, Islam, we want to go into something real quick, according to your questionnaire, my questionnaire, and what we all have. Islam. First of all, because I want you to understand this is real, more. This is no social club. This is no gang or street organization. Okay? This is how the original, what you have on the back of your questionnaire. This is how the original looks, okay? From Prophet Noble Ali. And you can get this in the county of Cook. It's going to be the 1010-5905, okay? The book is $521. The page is $579. And it costs about $40-some, okay? But when you read this, okay, it tells you that the meetings in Chicago, Illinois, and the county on the 20th of July, he scratched out trustees and used sheiks. He appointed sheiks. And then here is the sheiks that he appointed. It says Noble Ali, Milliel, Small Bay, Lovett Bay, and Farming Bay. So what happened more? I started the Moorish Science Temple America through Brother Holmes here, who sent me to Brother D. Guy Bay and Brother Jerry Lewis Bay because they were closer to me in St. Louis, Missouri. We made our way from there, Moors, and we say praise Allah. We've been everywhere. We say praise Allah. We've been everywhere. Islam, in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We've never been a part or kicked out of anyone's group of Moors, and we always came as a student to learn. I never went in saying I know more than this person. I'm in college, right? None of that. I went in learning. I went in seeking to learn. Okay? You don't see that much nowadays in the Moorish Temple America. You don't. You got those who will come in and they come in humble for a little while. Then you sit back and watch them. Then they unfold. And you can see that Lucifer. You can see that Satan. You can see that devil. You can see that dragon. You can see that beast inside of them before they show it, because you already mastered that from chapter 3 of your Holy Quran. We already been taught to sit back, look, listen, okay, and learn. Know your higher self from your lower self. Simple, Moors. We know these things. So we sit back and we watch brothers and sisters, they come into the movement. And then they come in, some want to come in, they come in humble. Then some come in, oh, we got to change this, we got to do that, we got to do that. Stay away from that. You got everybody want to come into the Moorish Temple of America talking about this is not 1928, and they're trying to change things. When you change certain things, Moors, you take yourself away from this. This is the protection by this prophet, where the FBI, the CIA, and any other government entity, nation will have to respect you. Talk to Asir Dukatir about this. Ask him what the UN told him and told his staff. If you got this, Moors, you don't need the United Nations right now. This trumps their charter. Go talk to those who know law. This trumps the Masonic charters. And this document right here trumps any charter that's in the Moorish Temple of America today if it did not come from Noble Drew Ali. This is just a copy of, to let you know where our authority come from and who gave us our authority. And it's backed up like the prophet was backed up in the county of Cook. Same book, same filing. Everything we have goes to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Okay? Everything we have go to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And this is how we was able to set it up. Yes, we had attorneys on our side, but we didn't even have to use the attorneys. Brothers and sisters who learned from Bratton Bay School, okay, law and history, it worked. But let me share something with y'all, Moors. Because, see, there was a group of Moors from Bratton Bay, and I ain't going to say their names, okay, who was able to use the Herds Revised statute and get land throughout the United States, acres of land. So that made me, my wife, and our team start trying to see how to get land. Moors, we were offered, okay, a small village called America, Illinois, after we did this in the county of Cook. And the only reason we didn't grab it, Moors, is because it'd be my own vain lower self to grab a village and lose it in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, because you don't have the staff that you need to cultivate the village. We get a village, Moors, right? We gotta have plumbers, we gotta have electricians, we gotta have accountants. We need professional people. So, and I hear a lot of brothers say, I ain't paying no taxes and blah, blah, blah. Okay, what are you doing with your money? You don't give them taxes. You don't pay dues in the Moorish Temple of America. So where is that money going? But then you'll come and ask the Grand Sheikh of the temple, are you a 501c? Man, I gotta ask you, who are you? Are you Lucifer? Are you Satan? Are you devil? Are you dragon? Are you beast? Or are you just one of those lower self Moors that the prophet spoke about in the 1920s? Because if you're not giving your fiat, your currency, to help, then you're an enemy to us. Sorry. Not my words. So let me keep reading. what he said with us and shared with us in this warning, because you can see it. So I'm saying this, you got all these councils of courts coming up, you got indigenous this coming up, you got sovereign this coming up, and if they're not tied to the prophet, not by words, push that pen. Articulate your words good enough so where the nations of the world can recognize your work through your words, your deeds. We're going to talk about those deeds one day too. Let me go. Said that the prophet is only a joke and unreal. But now since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as American citizens. This is what Prophet Nabi Ali said. So Moors are arguing about, oh, the prophet didn't say that, they added that in. More, this has been with the prophet since the prophet started his movement. It's his warning. Okay? So be careful. A lot of these brothers who are starting a lot of these councils of courts, indigenous Moors, this type of Moor and that, and I'm not jabbing at anyone, okay? One person. But these spirits, right, are people who probably was in the penitentiary and they did a little reading on the Moorish Science Temple of America, probably never went to any temple meetings, and probably did, and came home. Now I'm the lawman and I got all the answers in the world. Come rock with me. I got the hookup for a fee. That's what you get. Okay? So let us be careful. If they cannot trace themselves back to the prophet, just watch them and keep watching and keep watching them and watch those who say that they're tied to the prophet, because he told us in this warning that some of the same people on our own side. Okay? But if you listen to what I just shared with you, that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation. Look, Moors, when you tie into this is demonstrating your birthrights. Okay? This is demonstrating nationality and birthrights. Okay? Because when we did this, we were entitled to land throughout the United States. So these people know something and they're keeping it away from us. Land. Even though the land was considered undeveloped land, but now we have a start from this. This is from Allah and the Prophet. More, this is not my work. It's not a seer work. It's not Sister K. Glover ill work. It's Allah and His Prophet, and it took many years for us to get this part done. Okay? But there's a group of Moors who took the Moorish class through Brother Bratton Bay. Okay? They were able to get land, and they're not even tied to the Moorish Science Temple of America today. They call themselves something else, but they was able to use the 10-10-5-9-5 ETC and do what they did. Moors, come sit down with me. I'm going to share some things with you, some dates, and you'll be able to go back and look at it and see that these brothers and sisters at a particular time when they were demonstrating the Torrance system, when they were demonstrating certain things under the Religious Corporation Act, Moors, not only did they were able to find out that you can get undeveloped land, but there's a way, Moors, if I can pull all these so-called elders together, we can have fleet of imported cars for all the officers in the Moorish Science Temple of America. So think on that vibration. A fleet of foreign cars given to us using the corporate side of the Moorish Science Temple of America. If we can pull the Braswell Bay together, the Bailey together, the Kinyu Umar Bay together, and whoever else is supposed to be ahead, the R. Jones Bay together. Okay? From the research team, Moors, we have found out from law officers, okay, those who have taken the oath, they have shared with us that this is more powerful than any other charter that they have seen, okay? Praises be to Allah, around. There's no Masonic charter that can trump this. So now how do we use it? how do we use it? If the prophet's in the front and the back of it, how do we use it? This is our authority from Allah and the Prophet, Moors. The great meeting is on. Do we disrespect the elders and not work with the elders? No. Go get your core together, because we got some fighting to do. But you gotta be together. Unity. U-N-I-T-Y. Islam. This is the corporate charter, Moors. This is what we did. This is how we're legal. Well, we don't even use the term. We're going to stay, because the Prophet only used legal when he was saying, describing the charter. We are lawful. We are at law. The red and white charms represent at law, in law. Okay? I'm just giving it to you. So we need those who understand law. Don't listen to those brothers and sisters who tell you that we don't need those who understand law. Yes, we do. We need commerce law. We need those who understand things, just law. We need those who understand constitutional law, okay, divine law, okay. We need you. So we say, contact us. 1-877-808-2477. Extension 103 is directly to myself. But if you're in the Chicago area, you sheiks who have not been going to your temple meetings, you sheikhs, okay, make your way to the temple, 644 East 79th Street, Chicago, Illinois. Contact Brother Rasul, okay? We're not into the dogmatic thing. We're teaching love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and the doors is open for sheiks, for adapts, for divine ministers, for guests, for members. 644 East 79th Street. And we do operate under this authority, directly from Allah and His Prophet. Now, where did my authority come from? Besides this, because you always want to tie yourself into a group of men. I give it to you real quick. After I did all that searching and moving around and working with D. Bailey Hill and working with Braswell Bay, well, we tied our Campbell in 2006 or 7. We went through the last chamber that we said we ever go through at the D. Guy Bay. Okay? The Hills and Bays from out of Missouri, but he was also in District Heights, Maryland area with Sister Christine Price Bay. And he worked in the office for many years. Islam. But what I'm sharing with you is my authority comes from Allah and His Prophet. I have sat with all the elders, and none removed me. Okay? Nor did I argue with any of the elders. I paid dues to Braswell Bay, him and his administration. I paid dues to D. Bailey Hill and his administration. Okay? I was an associate sheikh with Kenyu Umar Bey and his staff for many years. Okay? Associate sheikh with Sister Anise Saunders Bay, Brewer Bay. Okay? So I had sat with them all. And I still sit with them. But I'm not under anyone besides Allah and His Prophet, Moors. Islam. I'm under Allah and His Prophet. It's just that simple. But I'm not here to argue with my elders. And if you say that you're working with us, you can't do that either. But these councils or courts, if it does not come from the administration, and I'm sorry, Moors, if it's not Pray for the Ill in his administration, and it's not favoritism, if it's not Bailey Ill in his administration, if it's not Braswell Bay in his administration, if it's not those that has been established for over 20 years, 1453, okay? It's not coming into Chicago, Illinois, nor will we allow it into our mindset. So for those who are starting all these councils or courts, those are good things. But see, some of y'all don't know the core of the Moorish Science Temple of America, so how can you set up an organization if your core ain't right? How can I take you out and tell you that you're finna go out and hit 325 with me today, but you can't even hit 115? Islam? So we got to get back on the track, and the main line is Prophet Noble Ali. Get with those that are lawfully chartered. Islam? The Prophet says they're working every scheme that they can, okay, to disqualify me. so they can take charge of the situation. See, I see that and I know that. I'm on a whole nother, even though y'all see me doing these live videos and this is for my brothers and sisters that's with us, these are personal videos where I take time out and I stop and get personal with those that's with us. Islam. But I want you to know, Moors, Islam, that I'm working on many different realms. We're going to have a law department that can come and knock at your door in an intelligent way, whether it's called the Moorish Intel, ETC, but we're better use Prophet Noble Ali, we're better put the county sheriff on notice, and we're better come see he or she, okay? In love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And if they deny, they forfeit who they are. So we're setting up some things, Moors, okay? So where we can do some things in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice as vanguards for Prophet Noble Ali. It's a new day. Those who were paying $300 and $400 to be an adept and a sheik in the Moorish Science Temple of America, but you don't know your divine constitution and bylaws, you don't know your additional laws, you don't know how to open and close a meeting, Moors, it's over with. Don't let nobody put you in that position, because we're going to come see you in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Okay? The fraud games are over. If somebody tell you and they don't know you, oh yeah, just come on up here and I'll take you through the chambers. No, let the peace be still. That's not a real sheik. It's not a real sheik. He's not seeking anything. He's seeking to destroy. Islam, know the difference. Get in tune. If a leader is always coming to you and he or she is always speaking against anyone besides themselves, it's not one of Noble Ali's. Noble Ali never spoke against anyone, Moors. Not even in meetings. He burned the charges and he let the peace be still. I'm just being real with you. Okay? So get away from those who are sitting around talking about, if you were Braswood Bay and Braswood Bay is talking about Bailey Hill, tell them, Mo, that's from 1920, whatever. Okay? We don't have time for that. If you were King Umar Bay and King Umar Bay is talking about me or anybody, Mo, Islam, let the peace be still. That brother and sister's not here, let the peace, you know. Mo, they're not bigger than the Prophet. Everyone can face charges in the Moorish Science Temple of America. If the Prophet said he wasn't right, okay, it can happen to him, according to the oral statements. He said, if my mother's not right, according to the oral statements, she won't make it. Now, if our Prophet said that, why are you playing the buddy-buddy system with these brothers and sisters? And your spirit is eating you up because you know it's not where you're supposed to be. The truth is on the scene now, Moors. Islam, 644 East 79th Street. If you're in Chicago, Illinois, it's there every day for you and I. You want to learn about the Moorish law, right? Or how we move in law, at law? Come over. 644 East 79th Street. We're sitting with other professional people. This is like the Unity Hall for us for today. So you would come in there, you'd be sitting around, you see Brother Ro Davis, right? Who's doing awesome work throughout Chicago, who I have been a friend for over 30 years of my life now, okay? That's how far me and Roland go back together. Where we used to throw parties for the Greeks. He's a Kappa, okay? And we used to throw parties for Carbondale community, okay? With no liquor. We knew how to make money with no liquor. But we would feed you food. And he was able to touch a couple of high figures, thousands, and so were I. But from there, Moors, I went into no. We even did our temple meetings there back in the days, the Nation of Islam, the Moorish Science Temple of America, and the Hebrew Israelites as one community from the so-called place that was called the Funky Pickle. Okay? That's what the club was called, with no liquor. Oh, praise be to Allah. So what I'm sharing with you more is we got to get back on the main line with the Prophet, and don't let anyone separate you from your brothers and sisters who are moving in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. The Prophet told us that he had notified these things to us long ago in the past, and it is through the faithful Moors that attribute to the movement and uplifting funds, the ones that paid their divine respect to me and the movement, will be remembered. So how do you pay your divine respect to the prophet today? Well, we start by joining the Moorish Temple of America under one of those brothers or the sister that I named earlier. All the other ones, Mo, I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not into any clubism, okay? Listen to what I'm sharing with you. I've been in the movement basically all my teenager years, okay, and all my life since then. And what I'm sharing with you is, if it's not Braswell Bay, if it's not Bailey Hill, if it's not Kenyu Bay, if it's not R. Jones Bay, if it's not Sister Anise Saunders Bay, Jackson Bay, stay away from these others that's coming up from wherever. No disrespect to them. Now, Arnell Bay, that sounds like some club stuff you're doing. No, Moors. All of them are one. Yeah, I said it. I don't care who I don't like. And Rasadi Hill. Okay? All of them are one. Rasadi Hill, Kenyu Bay, Bailey Hill, Braswell Bay. All of them was made by Bailey Hill. So quit playing. Quit playing. Bailey Hill has in his sheet book, or was at a time, where Braswell Bay was listed in there. P. Davis Hill was listed in there. May Allah be pleased with him, who I got to meet and be a student under. He didn't respect me as a sheik under D. Guy Bay or Jerry Lewis Bay, but he did respect me as a leader and told me I was going to be a great leader in this movement. And I wasn't trying to hear that thing. And I ain't trying to hear that. Where the money at? You see? Where the money at? Man, I thought once I came into the Moorish Temple of America, I wouldn't have to do this. I wouldn't have to go through that. That was the attitude I had with P. Davis Hill and brother Braswell Bay, and brother, at that time, the secretary was brother, assistant secretary, who's a friend of mine as well, brother Love Hill. That's all. When we paid our dues, I paid my dues, but I talked to them like I didn't even respect them because I didn't know no better. I was young, I was in the streets, I was in campus life, so I was here, there, and everywhere. I was moving with love, but if you weren't talking about what I was talking about, I didn't want to hear it. It was just that simple, right? But I learned a lot from those brothers. Who made you? Allah. Who is Allah? Allah is the Father of the universe. Can we see him? No. Where's the next place to meet him? In the heart. Mo, give me Act 1. You see? Some people call it IPs. Well, I learned from those so-called IPs, okay? And those IPs would teach you so your core can be strong. See, I listen to a lot of these brothers and sisters, and they be talking very intelligent, and they be right there on it, but then they misquote the prophet more than once, more than twice, so I know they ain't with the prophet. Let me say that again. Mo, they be dropping science. They might know classical Latin. They might know a little Spanish, right? So you hear them, you be like, ooh, they know something. They own that. Just let them keep demonstrating. If you don't hear Noble Drew Ali, they not with Noble Drew Ali. They're not talking about giving down that fiat that they got in their pocket up to Noble Drew Ali. Watch them. Leaders too. Leaders as well. Because see, I'm going to share with you, when you come to convention, I'm going to show you what I was taught by our elders and how you get 100-fold back successfully. This is the business side of the movement now. And I'm not going to give it to everyone. You come to convention, I'm going to share with you, if you're an officer, you're head of the temple, how you can grow spiritually, economically, if you follow this step. Convention is set up. We got hotel rooms already set up for you. We got something set up for the children. We got a daycare for those who are traveling from afar. We have a 24-hour daycare, so you want to do anything in the Mecca, because there is going to be some events that we'll be doing at 2, 3 in the morning, or as the sun is coming up, some events we'll be doing. So we will offer a 24-hour daycare center that we have from October the 15th to the closing of convention. Islam, 1-877-808-2477, extension 102. or extension 101. And that is Sister K. Glover Ill, the Grand Sheikah's Divine Minister, Temple number 2, and Brother Richie Ill, who's also, get with him if you're in the Chicago area. He's going to be showing Moorish American Muslims how they can register to vote with him, through him, or they can also become a deputy registrar. Okay? Let me say that again. Contact Brother Rasul Richie Ill at 1-877-808-2477, extension 102, if you're in the Chicago area, so you can become a deputy registrar as well. Notaries that's in the Chicago area, contact Brother Richie Ill. Okay? Those who are sheiks and have not been to the movement in a while and you have any trades, contact Brother Richie Ill. Any sheiks that's in the Chicago, Gary, Indiana area, contact Brother Richie Ill. You got any ideals that can make us grow economically, socially, or politically, contact Brother Richie Ill in Chicago, Illinois. We work with all of those who have a charter. If you don't have a charter, Morris, you need to get with someone who's chartered. Let me say that again. Chapter 47. Verse 14. Every subordinate temple of the Grand Major Temple is to form under the covenant of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and to create their own laws and customs in conjunction with the laws of the Holy Prophet and the Grand Temple. The Grand Temple, not the Grand Major Temple. I'm going to get into that if you come out to convention. What is the difference in the Grand Major Temple and the Grand Temple? Look it up in Black Law and bring it to convention. That you create their own laws and customs in conjunction with the laws of the Holy Prophet and the Grand Temple. I, the Prophet Nabi Ali, was sent by the great God Allah to warn all Asiatics of America. You notice how you keep going into that? All Asiatics, all, the Nation of Islam, the Hebrew Israelites, the Christians, the ones who don't believe in anything, the GDs, the Stones, the Vice Lords, the Crips, the Bloods, the Latin Kings, Mickey Cobras, all that. All that. The dope dealers, the prostitutes, the Black Bankers Association, all of them. He says, in conjunction with the laws of the Holy Prophet and the Grand Temple, I, the Prophet Nabi Ali, was sent by the great God Allah to warn all Asiatics again of America to repent from the sinful ways before the great and awful day that is sure to come. And that ties in with chapter 48, verse 1. Islam, where he's giving it to us. So, if it don't come from those Moors, stay away from it, because it's folly. If you want to learn and get your core together, and then take your great ideal to one of those councils, go there. But don't go and start doing these YouTube videos and watching this and watching that, and then you try to create another little group. Don't do that. There's going to be a group of men who are going to come see you as the Moorish intel. They're not gangsters. They're going to be moving at law. Okay? That's what I'm working to do. Because see, it's a lot of things going on behind the doors of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and no one's correcting it. So we want to get ourselves behind the Prophet, with the Prophet and the law. Then we want to move in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Now with this, once we filed it, it opened up everything since 1928. So a lot of people don't want to do it this way because now they feel like they'd be under Arnil Bay. And that's sad. You got leaders that I spent time with, okay? Now I paid blood, tears, sweat, etc., to see this happen because it was on my heart. Once I received it from D. Bailey Hill and Kenyu Umar Bey, who he wrote in his sheet book at that time. He said, I ain't gonna write you in my sheet book because you're under Daweed. Boy, I caused so much trouble trying to work with Moors because since I was under the leadership of Daweed, right? But I'm working with Kenyu Umar Bey, and Kenyu Umar Bey being the mediator between me and Bailey Hill, like, Mo, it's the three of us. We can get the Mecca together. You see? So I was with that in Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, and Justice. Again, I paid for it. And at that time, when I paid for it at first, I did not like that because that was the first time I had ever heard that we pay for anything where it costs $100 or $200 or $300 in the Moorish Temple of America. It blew my mind. But we paid. Praises be to Allah. And there, we've been moving. We're not here to speak radical or just any group of Moors. We're not here to teach anything that Noble Drew Ali did not uphold in 1928. Islam. He said, this is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. He needs us to do everything that we can do in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice so that our children and their children and their children will be safe, Moors, under the prophet. They won't touch anything that's under Noble Drew Ali if it's correct. He said, I need finance, and I need it badly. Never before have I ever needed finance so badly as I do at the present, so I can shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of his fame and nobility. And when you start doing this work, Moors, pardon me, I want the vibrations to hit us, but I want to cut that real quick. Once you start doing the work for Prophet Noble Drew Ali Moors, you're going to get hated. Some people going to say, oh, he think he the prophet. That Mo, watch this Mo. And this and this. A lot of lower stuff start coming out. But remember this, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that your brother or your sister can be jealous of you if it's a good jealous between you, them, and Allah. Okay? So don't hold no malicious feelings and start hating in your heart and your minds because your brother or your sister see that you're doing something and you're outgrowing them. Islam? Praises be to Allah. Because when you start doing this work, Moors, like when we start doing this, I start catching it. Okay? Make sure you got a wife. Make sure you got good people behind you. And if you're a woman, make sure you got a husband. Because everyone will be tried and true when you start touching this and getting into it. Islam? He said, I need finance, I need it badly. Never before have I ever needed finance so badly so I can, as I do at the present. So I can shove a cord, so I can shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. Let's look at some of the discord. The Moors want to drive this license, Moors. Get with us. We can create it, but we need numbers. Okay? Aldermans. There should be aldermans in every state that we can contact that are members of the Moorish Temple of America. Okay? Well, we have a couple that's running in Chicago that's with us. Okay? We also will be in Chicago working with a brother who's running for mayor. Okay? And we're using all these documents here, Moors. This is just a copy, so you can steal it and won't do anything. But it's protected by Allah and the Prophet. Okay? Now, some people say, well, why my grand sheik ain't doing that? I don't know, Moors. Only thing I can tell you is they feel like that they'd be under us and not with Allah and the Prophet because I did it before they did it. That's so sick. Sick. It says, because of my fame and nobility, the nations of the world would not recognize the movement without I, the prophet, being head. It has been proven by my works, which I have performed in the past few years. Prophet Noble Ali. Islam, this is what he's teaching us, Moors. It's about him, the work he did. You are his child. He is your father. Look at the religious corporation adoption laws. Once you became a member of the Moorish Temple America, you became a child under Prophet Noble Ali. The Prophet didn't have to write you in, Moors. They're going to write you in. Islam? So be careful. Some people don't have these warnings, and I think that all have the warnings. Because the warnings is where we hear from Allah on high, in the temple and out of the temple. Islam? In the warnings, you'll hear where the Prophet is telling us he's looking for us to do good deeds in the temples. Sow it in the flesh, right? He also tells us, Moors, right, that we should be confound, okay? We should be thinking about the wrongdoing that we do, okay? We should take that to our heart daily. But he also tells us, Moors, that this is the trying hours, Moors, and every evil spirit is moving. And they're trying every weak mind to overthrow and drag out the true foundation between here. They know you love the prophet. So they're going to come and they're going to whisper little things that sound good. That's no good. If you eat it, it's bitter. Stay away from it. It sounds like it's the truth, but at the end, oh, I need $550. I need $1,000 from it. Moors, the work we do, it does not cost you over $27.50. Yes, we are moving the love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam, he says that they're going to try every weak mind to overthrow and to drag out, okay, the true foundation that has been laid. See, but if that foundation has not been laid, if you have not sat with the elders that are named earlier. If you ain't sat with none of those elders, Mo, you ain't got no foundation. You don't have a core. A person can come straight in and whatever they want to you. They can make you think that you strong, make you think that you got it, but they're controlling you. Because your foundation, you don't have a core. Okay? What can you stand on? See how the prophet is standing? Most strong. Most strong. The prophet tells us though, but if you have the love of Allah and the spirit of your forefathers, you fear not what you hear or see, but will sacrifice the utmost of your very life to protect your movement and your prophet. Watch your enemies, Moors. Your enemies are the ones that speak against your prophet and ridicule him to the very lowest. The ones that speak against your divine and national principles of your temples. Act accordingly, and the Lord will bless you for your good work. Peace. That's what the prophet said. So, watching my enemies, as I turn on social media, I see a lot of Moors who think they're bigger than the prophet, smarter than the prophet, coming up with this council of court, coming up with this supreme this national this. It's not with Noble Ali. It's not going to work, Moors. Period. You see, the Vatican took the same structure that we have, right? The Vatican is on this. They in tune. They know what to do with this. There is no attorneys who will teach you how to work this. You want to know? You have to go to school and learn yourself. They're not going to teach you this. They're going to hide this from you. They're making it hard for you to even do certain things in the county of Cook now. So what I'm saying, if they're making it hard, it's already been done by Allah, and then we reconnected it right back to Allah. What was done in 1928, we stand under it, with it, behind it. So just get with us, Moors. You don't have to go out and redo this. Why you want to go out and redo this? when it's been done for us. We imitated the prophet in this era and time. We're connected with the prophet for this era and time. And if that's enough, then you should get with us. We don't have to worry about arguing over no corporate anything, Moors. We can use the corporate name lawfully. Okay? But we're not here to be puffed up. Okay? We're not here to throw that in anyone's face. Okay? We're not here to be, oh, we're this and you're not that. Moors, we're calling out for those who want to see that their nation state, that they see that the Moorish Science Temple of America grow in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, where we get our own community set up, so where we can do things, where we bring jobs into our communities for us, by us. Politicians for us, by us. Okay? That's what we're looking for, Moors. We're not looking to be your supreme leader, okay? But then you're still without food, shelter, and clothing. I'm not cool with that. Because Noble Ali wasn't with that. I'm not into you giving me a whole bunch of money so I just sound slick and say something in your ear, but I'm not helping you produce food, shelter, clothing, or anything for your future. I'm against those things. Islam, I want to be able to sit down and build on our dollars and cents that the Prophet spoke about. The doctrine of our economic security. Okay? And how we, as Moorish American Muslims, should be following our leaders. These are things I want to speak on. Because the Prophet gave us the foundation. Now, the only thing we got to do is add on or just do the work and this all going to come together. Islam, he spoke about our dollars and cents. And he spoke about following leaders. So those are some of the things that we're getting into using our Holy Quran and the Moorish Science Temple of America, along with other books and material. Okay? You got to go back through all the schools, halls of learning more so that we can bring it back in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. No big I's and little U's. These are just some of the things I was demonstrating this morning. Just sitting here drinking the coffee, okay? And we always keep, always. Because see, somebody might come and say, Neil Bay, how is that Islamic? How can you prove that according to Islam that I know? I'm going to go in the book. And then what I don't know, Haru know, Temple 19. And what he don't know, I'll call Hawkins Bay. See how all the temples are tied together, Morris? So this gives us our creed, our mannerisms, okay, our acts of worship and deeds. And what I do is I follow these and I see what in here, what comes from out of here that's over 10,000 years old or older, and I take it back and I share it with the Moorish American Muslims. It's a job, but that's what we do. So Morris, I don't want to hold you up. Got to get ready. It's the other side of Arnell Bay. Okay, I'm a state worker. I work from home. I get paid. Take that back to your Supreme Grand Chief, who's trying to figure out where my money comes from. Quit asking your members that. That's trifling. They left the movement because of stuff like that, because of you. Okay, you know who you are. And then the other Supreme, you sitting around and you speaking venom of me, right? You're telling people I'm this, I'm that. But I sent them over to you. Stop doing that. They're tired of that. It's confusion, Moors. Okay? Tell them about some of the service you offer. Do you offer any of these services? Can anyone come to you and get motivational speaking, right? For their school, right? Spiritual advice from whatever it is that they're going through. Can you produce a team of security for any events? Can you help me promote something? Event promotion? Can you help me book a hotel? Can you help me with my credit? This is some of the service that we offer for free in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Islam. Those are just some of the things that we have. But there's much more we can do when we start getting our own who have economics understood so we can open up our own bank. Brother Kendrick's ill in VA under Brother K. Alonde ill. That boy was talking about a credit union. We need to get behind that. Okay? It's a lot of great Moors out here, Moors. Don't let anyone hide you from those who are moving in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam, do not let us become the old man Kush, okay, and his father and his son Ham. Don't let us become like them. Islam, the fallen sons and daughters of the Asiatic nations, right, need to learn to love instead of hate and to know of their higher self and their lower self. That's the uniting, right, of the Holy Quran in Mecca, right, for teaching instructions for all Moorish Americans, etc. That's what the Prophet gave us, and that's what we are into. We do not have time to sit around and speak evil of anyone. Speak evil of yourself. Chapter 3. Trying to knock someone else, knock yourself. Use those tools on yourself. Islam said, behold, truth breedeth hatred, I will avoid it. Islam, we ain't got time for that, Moors. We do not have time for that. Be moderate in enjoying it, and it shall remain in thy possession. Let thy joy be founded on reason, and to its end shall sorrow be a stranger. With that, I come in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. May Allah bless us. We pray that you Moors make it to convention, October. If you cannot make it for October, contact Brother Rasul Richie Eel, 1-877-808-2477, extension 102. For convention, if you need rooms, hotel rooms, also we have it set up so where if you're during October convention with us, we have where your food can be included. Hotel, food, and daycare for those who will be attending certain meetings. This for certain members. We will have a daycare provided for you. Islam, we're making a call out to all sheiks that's in the Chicago, Gary, Indiana area to contact Brother Richie Eel, 644 East 79th Street, Chicago, Illinois, for Holy Night services on Fridays, Sunday schools on Sundays, and Holy Quran class on Wednesdays. Islam, contact your brother. If you're in the Carbondale area, Southern Illinois area, anywhere past Champaign, contact your brother Arnell Bay, and we'll reach out. We'll come see you the same day if we can. Okay? I treat the whole Southern Illinois area like it's one little Chicago. That's just how I treat it. So anywhere from Southern Illinois to Missouri, I will come visit you personally for home office. Islam, our law department, extension 101. You can contact if you're a member of a temple under those that I named earlier. You can contact the Sheikhess and she will work with you. If you would like to become a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, you can reach us at www.mstahohr805.co. Again, three W's, you know that, .mstahohr805.co. Neil Bay, why do you guys use HOHR805? That means home office, home rule. The Illinois compiled 805 is what we teach from, and then we take it and we use the words of Prophet Noble Draw's lead to make us legal, to make it lawful. We use his words according to how the Hers Revised Statute is set up. Islam, along with constitutional law. Islam. So with that being said, I come in love, I leave in peace. Visit us at the website if you can. We're not speaking radical against anyone. I don't know if the Moors can see it. I throw it up there. Ah, that's the website. Islam. Islam. Peace and love. Allah, the Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation. My day is like the prophet. Amen. Islam, Islam, Islam. I had to close the meeting out, Moors. Some Moors said, why you do that? I said it in low tone, and we just closed it out. Go ahead and get you some of these vibrations. I might recite the prayer a couple of times. Islam, Allah, the Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, Ali. Amen. Allah, the Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, true Ali. Amen. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, true Ali. Amen. Islam, Islam, Islam. Allah represents truth. What is truth? Truth is all. What is all? All is Allah. Can truth change? Truth cannot change or pass away. What other name did we give the truth? Holy breath. Stay in tune with the holy breath. The holy breath also go back, translated to Holy Spirit. Chapter 25, Islam, Moors. Peace. Islam.